The door creaks open with a dramatic hiss, clearly designed for effect but sounding more like a broken vacuum cleaner. In steps Tommy Jinks, late 20s, wearing a Hawaiian shirt and a confused expression. His hands are cuffed loosely in front of him, as if whoever arrested him wasn't quite sure if he was actually a threat. He pauses, eyes darting around the absurdly futuristic interrogation room. LED walls flicker between pastel colors. An automated ceiling drone hums softly, and in the corner, a sleek voice-activated coffee machine glows like an alien artifact. Tommy blinks. Tommy, softly. What is this? Google's basement? Across the room, two detectives stand locked in a heated standoff, not with Tommy, but with the coffee machine. Detective Marge, early 40s, no nonsense, except when it comes to gadgets, is practically shouting into the chrome device. Detective Marge, brew coffee. Brew. I said brew, not play jazz fusion. The machine responds in a silky, patronizing voice. Coffee machine. Playing jazz fusion for interrogation mode. Beat. Would you like cream with that confusion? A burst of smooth saxophone begins playing as the overhead lights dim slightly. Detective Kyle, a lanky, nervous guy in his 30s, frowns and swipes at the holographic interface, which promptly turns into a Sudoku puzzle. Detective Kyle. No, no, no. Why is there a puzzle? I just wanted a cappuccino. Tommy cautiously takes a seat at the table in the center of the room, watching them like they're a live episode of a cooking show gone wrong. Tommy. If this is supposed to be psychological warfare, it's working. I'm deeply unsettled. Neither detective looks at him. Detective Marge. It worked fine last week. Detective Kyle. That was before the software update. It's got emotion recognition now. It senses your anger and reflects it. Coffee machine. Would you like to vent? I am legally obligated to report emotional instability during criminal proceedings. Marge sighs and kicks the machine. It emits a mechanical cough. Tommy. Should I go wait in the hallway or something? Detective Marge. No, you're the prime suspect in a very serious case. Tommy. Of. Marge flips open her tablet, scrolls awkwardly, and finally lands on the case file. Detective Marge. Right. Theft of a police therapy goat? Tommy blinks twice. Tommy. I can explain that. Kyle glares at the coffee machine, then at Tommy. Detective Kyle. Just as soon as this thing stops playing smooth jazz and starts making espresso, the coffee machine lets out a defiant beep. Coffee machine, now activating espresso mode. Intense interrogation edition. Playfully. Let's brew some truth. The lights shift to a harsh white. A chair reclines on its own. Tommy leans back, eyes wide. Tommy. Okay. Maybe this is psychological warfare. The lights flicker like a discount disco as the coffee machine proudly hisses out a single, overpressurized espresso shot, which splashes dramatically onto the interrogation table. Tommy leans back, unimpressed. Tommy. Are you guys sure this is an interrogation and not an improv class with a caffeine addiction? Detective Kyle. Watch it, Jinx. We've got tech on our side now. He gestures dramatically at the clunky lie detection helmet being wheeled in by a small cleaning robot. The helmet is unnecessarily large, covered in blinking lights, and emits an ominous hum. It looks like it was designed by someone who's only heard of science fiction through cereal box illustrations. Detective Marge. This thing cost half the department's budget. It senses micro-expressions, vocal frequency shifts, and possibly pollen. Tommy. Pollen? Detective Marge. Budget cuts. It's a multi-use device. They lower the helmet over Tommy's head. He immediately winces. Tommy. Ow! Did something just bite me? Detective Kyle. That's the truth nodes activating. Tommy feels more like ants on Red Bull. Marge taps the side of the helmet. It buzzes. Detective Marge, let's begin. She paces in front of the table, dramatically pulling out a notepad. Detective Marge, where were you on the night of June 22nd? Tommy watching reruns of a cooking show with my goldfish. He's very judgmental. The helmet lets out a happy beep. Truth. Detective Kyle. Sure, let's try something harder. Leans in. Have you ever been in contact with extraterrestrial beings? Tommy. Only my landlord. She's definitely not from this galaxy. Truth. Another beep. Detective Marge. All right, wise guy. Did you or did you not steal the chief's sandwich last Thursday? Tommy. Absolutely not. I have standards. Bzzzt. The helmet zaps violently, but not Tommy. Kyle jumps up from his chair as a small jolt of electricity shoots through him instead. Detective Kyle. Ag! What the? Coffee machine. Lie detected. Emotional interference registered. Detective Kyle. I'm not the one wearing the helmet. Coffee machine system confused by high levels of sodium in nearby bloodstream. Suggest decaf. Detective Marge. Why is it red? Detective Marge. You're not off the hook yet, Jinx. This is far from over. The coffee machine plays a dramatic violin chord for no reason. Tommy. Oh, I hope not. The room smells faintly of burnt circuits and espresso. Smoke drifts lazily from the lie detector helmet, now lying in ruins on the table like a failed science fair project. Detective Kyle is nursing a biscotti-induced forehead bruise. Detective Marge stares at Tommy with growing suspicion. Well, more confusion than suspicion. Detective Marge. All right, Jinx. Enough games. Who are you really? Tommy sighs, brushing biscotti crumbs off his shirt. Tommy. Finally. I was wondering how long it would take you to ask that. He casually reaches into his pocket and pulls out a laminated ID badge, flipping it onto the table. The name reads, Thomas Jinx, Internal Operations Consultant, Compliance Division. Kyle leans in, squints. Detective Kyle. Compliance? Like internal affairs? Tommy. Not exactly. More like interrogation quality assurance. We assess how departments handle high-pressure scenarios using controlled simulations. Detective Marge. Controlled? This was a test? Tommy bingo. Coffee machine. Congratulations! You have failed the Simulation Performance Index with a score of impressively incompetent. Detective Marge. You're joking. Tommy. I wish I was. Between the jazz fusion, the sandwich accusations, and Kyle nearly electrocuting himself with a polygraph hat from hell, let's just say I have notes. Kyle starts pacing, panic rising. Detective Kyle. Wait. Is the therapy goat even real? Tommy. Nope. Made that up, along with the alien contacts and the parrot dispatcher, though I'm stealing that one for the next round of testing. Brilliant stuff. Detective Marge. So, this entire interrogation was just, Tommy, a disaster, but an entertaining one. Coffee machine. Would you like me to archive the footage under training material / what not to do? Detective Kyle. Please don't. Tommy stands, stretching. Tommy. Look, it's not all bad. You didn't physically assault anyone, which puts you above 4 other departments this month. Detective Marge. That's encouraging? Tommy. Also, your espresso machine has real potential as a nightclub DJ. Coffee machine spinning truth and beans since 2024. Kyle slumps into a chair. Detective Kyle. So what happens now? Tommy. Now? I write my report. I'll recommend a few mandatory workshops, some equipment training, maybe less reliance on artificial intelligence with mood swings. He gives them a thumbs up. Tommy. Good news is, your department isn't getting shut down. Marge and Kyle exhale in relief. Tommy. Bad news is, I'll probably be back next quarter, with a new disguise. Kyle looks horrified. Detective Kyle. Please don't be a mime. Tommy. No promises. Tommy winks, pushes the door open, and just before stepping out, he turns back with a grin. Tommy. Oh, and by the way, I did take the chief's sandwich. Roast beef. Needed to test your reaction to low-stakes betrayal. Beat. It was delicious. He exits. Beat. Coffee machine simulation complete. Recommend coffee. Lots of coffee. Marge groans and Kyle quietly begins assembling the Sudoku puzzle. Fade out.